Hi, this is Dawnafe Whitesinger from the Navajo County Board of Supervisors. Today I'm coming to you with an update or a recap of our Board of Supervisors meetings from today, October 11th. And I also have a guest. He's not really a guest, he's a Board of Supervisor, but he hasn't been on here. So
thank you, Chairwoman. I appreciate it. Appreciate the invite.
Glad to have him. So we have Supervisor Seymour, and he represents District
4.
District 4. So we're grateful to be able to have him today. Today's agenda was it was pretty straightforward. We had a consent agenda. There weren't any questions or comments on the consent agenda. Let's take a step back. We did have a call to the public. We had several individuals who did come to speak on call to the public. There were a couple concerns from people who live at
White Mountain Lakes
area. And it really was about communication. And so when we look at our agenda, we also had an update from White Mountain Lakes, so that was good. The next item was we had the county attorney who came to request for a grant approval. This particular grant was consideration of a grant agreement between the U.S. Department of Justice and Navajo County to accept $1.3 million from the Bureau of Justice Assistance Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Abuse Site-Based Program. And again, this was presented by our Navajo County attorney, Brad Carline. The next item I'll let Supervisor Seymour talk about. It was our Peace Officers Memorial.
It's a Navajo County Peace Office Memorial that will be located at Shoalo City kind of town square there, where the other memorials to our fallen officers and to the different corps of service that we have. It was something that an individual found a need, a desire. He was an officer himself for the city of Shoalo. And once he kind of touched his heart that he needed to do more and needed to be able to put something out there would be more representative of the sacrifice that these officers have made in their careers, which ended their career, and to make it possible that we as citizens could follow them and acknowledge them, and just a place to remember their sacrifice and for their families to come. So it's going to be a fantastic memorial. It's going to be quite large. It's expensive, but it's one of those things that will be done right, and I think it will really be a great place to remember these people.
I think it'll be a great addition, and this particular item was approved. The thing that I love about this is it came directly from a citizen. And so when there's something that is driven by a citizen, it's hard not to get behind them. And when we are appreciating our families and those who dedicate time as fallen police officers, and being able to remember them is so important. So thank you for that, and we were able to move forward, and we thank Sheriff Klaus, who has been championing that effort along with our citizens, so thank you. The next item was our Navajo County Public Health Services District. This, we had several items on the consent agenda. One of those items was affiliation agreement between Navajo County and Life Work Education for a field internship training experience. We had a regular agenda, and on our regular agenda there was a consideration of cooperative agreement for animal impoundment services between Navajo County Public Health Services District and Pet Alliance. Supervisor Seymour, what do you know about Pet Alliance?
Well, Pet Alliance, they purchased a building. You know, they worked with the city of Shoalo. They used to help with our kennel that we had, and they kind of outgrew that facility. They found a piece of property up in the industrial area there in the city of Shoalo, and it was a building that they took over, and they did some very extensive, very costly renovations to be able to handle and house pets. And they've just been a fantastic partner to be able to work with, to make it where it's humane for these animals and to try to place them back into homes. And so it's a wonderful organization, and I look forward to working with them, with the county, of being able to make this a place where people can go to maybe recover their pets, or if you're looking for a pet, to be able to go and to find one to take home. So if you stop by there on your way home today, you might go home with something else.
Right, a new cat, a new dog. One of the things that I did learn is that we recover over 130 animals on a monthly basis. So there is a great need for us to be able to have this partnership to be able to house those pets. So thank you to them, and we were able to approve that particular item. We had the 2022 State Homeland Security Grant Award to Navajo County Emergency Management. Ms. Jenkins presented on this particular item, and that was also approved. We had items in the Public Works, and again, a consent agenda item. Consent agenda items are usually regular in nature. They might be minimal contracts, or it might just be information. So those are the types of things that are on the consent agenda. If you have any questions about any of the items that are presented, you can go to the website and you can go to any of the agenda items, and there will be a link, and you'll find documentation that supports all of the items, and you'll find all of that information. The next item was the White Mountain Lakes County Recreation Improvement District. There was an update, and what did you learn?
Well, they do a fantastic job over there with White Mountain Lake. That's a lake that's not a public lake, but it's private. But this organization has taken it, and it's evolving. It's been under the direction of Navajo County, but because of a bill that was passed this last year in the legislature, they are now going to be allowed to bring that back to the local citizens, and they'll be, in the future, will be running this. But they kind of talked about the lake, that the lake had a color this year that was a different color than they've ever had before, and that was from algae. But they tested it, they did the proper procedures, are going through with it, and they were able to get that under control and still try to keep it as a safe environment. We're learning that lake has fluctuated with the great moisture we've had this year. It was gone from being very low to very high, and now it's at a normal level, and hopefully it will stay that way for a long time. So we're grateful for those citizens who have that little recreation in their backyard that they're able to provide for this community too.
Yes, I think there's always, it's nice that we have a little community who has that ability to recreate, and we certainly thank Mr. Honberger for being able to provide that update for us. We did go into executive session. The item on the executive session was approved. Again, to get the specifics, you can go to the county website and to be able to review that. We did have a county business update. One of the things that was shared during the county business update is we have a new public works director, and he started yesterday. So we certainly want to welcome Manny Amunle, and we appreciate you being committed to the organization and being moving your family and being a new citizen within Navajo County. So welcome. We also are twins. We're wearing purple today, and so this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we certainly appreciate County Attorney Brad Carline and his staff who work very hard to ensure that we're doing our job to help educate our community and being able to be cognizant of the families and others who are impacted by domestic violence. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I think this is a great part of showing today of people who wore purple, who came out in support for, helping this in our area. When Sheriff Klaus spoke about it, he says these are the calls that are we hate to receive. These are the calls that we go to, and what do we do now? But yet having the great support of the Advocacy Center and the things that we work for, to make this something that we're aware of as a community, and we're trying to get rid of it so that there are other sources that people turn to, and when they are a victim, that they do have a place to go to find peace, to find a little bit of hope and comfort from the tragedy that's happened in their life. So it is one of those things that we definitely support and get involved with.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Supervisor, for joining me today. And thank you for all of you for listening. And we look forward to being able to provide another update at our next County Board of Supervisors meeting.
You know, I don't understand this though. You're getting, you're so good at this, and you're now coming up close to the end of your term as serving as a chairwoman, and you got how many meetings left?
Yes, this is awesome.
So we have appreciated, and I just want to let you know that I've appreciated your leadership this year. You've done a fantastic job, and it's a great serving with you as a Board of Supervisor as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.